welcome to Twilight the Great Ratio lesson number 29. And to start off, we're going to be choosing units. So basically, this is telling us to put what units should be used to measure. So we're going to have to use logic though. So I think we're going to use inches, feet, yards, and miles. So let's look at number one, the length of a pencil. Well, as we know, a pencil isn't very big as it's around the size of someone's hand. So would you use a mile? No, because a mile is way too big. Would you use a yard? A yard is 3 inches or 3 feet, and 3 feet is much bigger than a pencil, so we'd not use yards. A foot is a little bit big. It's a little bit bigger than a pencil normally, but we're gonna try to measure how long a pencil is. So the best answer here is inches, because inches is the smallest measurement that's shown, which will most likely be able to measure the pencil best. So this one is inches. Number two, the distance a train goes in 30 minutes. Well, as we know, a train travels a lot in 30 minutes, so we wouldn't use inches or feet because those are not big enough. And yards, although they're a little bigger, it's still not big enough. And normally, whenever we use to measure distance, we usually use miles because that's the best measurement because it's biggest. So number two is mi, miles. Number three, the length of a car. For this one, we could use feet or yards, but yards is 3 feet, and just a foot is just a foot. But in my opinion, the best way to measure a car is just feet, because yards, obviously, you can use around a car will be around 3, 4 yards, but it's best to measure it in feet because you can get a more precise measurement. So for number three, we have FT. Over here, now we're using the table. So number one asks, how many small blue marbles are there? So let's look at our first section up here. We have small, medium, large. We see we have small. And over here we have blue, red, multicolor. So blue, small. Oh, there's two. So number one is two. Number two says how many large red marbles there are. Let's find our answers first. So we have large right here, and red is in the second column. So it's right here, 5. So number two is 5. And number three says how many more large marbles and small marbles are there? And so we can look here. We have first need to add up all the small and large ones. So 2 plus 3 is going to be 8. And 5 plus 5 plus 2 is 12. So now we can just do 12 minus 8. That gets us 4. For this next page, we're using find the mode and the range. And if you don't know what the mode and range are already, the mode is basically the number that appears the most in the data set, and the range is just the biggest number minus the smallest number. So look at number one. He said how many members practice for 4 hours, and we can just look at our 4 right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our answer for number one is 7 members. Number two asks what is the mode and the range of this data? Well, we know that the mode is the number that appears the most, and we can already see number 4 has the most smiley faces, which is 7. So our mode is going to be 7. The range was the greatest number minus the smallest number, and we see we have 8 right here, and we have 2. So to find the range, we can do 8 minus 2, and that gets us 6. That's our answer for the range. And lastly, we have our word problems. Number one, a group of students will travel to an aquarium in 3 vans. Each van holds 9 students. How many students can be taken to the aquarium? So we know there are 3 vans, and we know each van can hold 9 students. This problem is basically turns to 9 times 3. And if you don't know your times tables already, then we'll have to add. So 9 plus 9 equals 18, plus another 9 is going to be 27. And that's our answer for number 1. Number 2, Amy has 8 packages of stickers. Each package has 9 stickers. How many stickers does she have? So this one's telling us she has 8 packages, and there are 9 in each. So just like number 1, we're going to be multiplying. We have 8 times 9. If you don't know your times tables, well, it's kind of a bummer, but we'll have to add. So 9 plus 9. Actually, let me just write them all down. We have 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, and oh, that's 8. So that's our answer, 72